lay some over it for David. Do a soundtrack over it.
Plug it in.
They can come in when they're ready.
We're ready, girls.
Please rise. Shake his hand. Shake his hand. Man hug. Alright, okay, escort hug for the bride. Okay, and then you're gonna be the two of you are gonna be right here. You may be seated. Hold each other's hands and lovingly into each other's eyes. Perfect. Before we begin, David and Michelle would like to pause for a moment to remember those who can't be present here today and those who are no longer with us. Now, as we begin, David and Michelle would like to take a moment to especially thank and recognize their parents, Barbara Opitz, the mother of the bride, and Dr. Edgar Sapp, the father of the groom. Thank you for never giving up on me, for showing me how to be strong, for your forgiveness and unconditional love. You'll never know how much I love you. We gather as a community of family and friends and feel ripples of excitement and tremors of joy as we celebrate the marriage of David and Michelle. God has created a world of harmony. Soaring birds, brisk wind, animals of all kinds, each unique, each in relationship and harmony with the others. God's first gift was breathing life into humans and turning us toward each other to live in equality and unity. David and Michelle have come here to affirm their love for each other and enter into this sacred union. Marriage is a gift. Marriage is an opportunity for love to be learned. Marriage is a journey in which we as the travelers are faced with many choices and are responsible for these choices. Marriage is a call to servanthood. Marriage is a call to friendship. Marriage is a call to suffering. Marriage is not an event but a way of life. Marriage involves intimacy in all areas for it to be fulfilling. Today, David and Michelle, you come together bringing all of you to this marriage, all of your wonderful parts, all of your hurts and pains. You especially bring today all of your hopes and dreams for this marriage. You both have tremendous faith in each other as you trust your future to the other's care. You have excellent reasons for believing you belong together, but you have no guarantees. Instead, you stand together about to accept on faith the challenge of creating the future together. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. You marry in faith that God has called you to live as one. You promise to be faithful to one another in big things as well as small. Your constant faith in each other will give form and substance to beautiful hopes you have for your future. Faith is the conviction of things not seen. Unless you're an unusual couple, at times your marriage won't look anything like the vision you celebrate today. You may not feel much evidence of a love you now feel so keenly. At such a time, remember this moment. Remember the hopes and dreams that have been entrusted to your care. Marriage begins with a leap of faith that says, I will, before an unknown and unknowable future. Marriage is about being full of faith or faithful to one another. Faithfulness respects each other's ideas and feelings, keeps each other's secrets, guards each other's dignity, and honors each other in public and in private. Faithfulness is built from 10,000 minute acts of trust and trustworthiness. In such faith, you'll find the fulfillment of all the hopes and dreams you have today. May God bless you both. Amen. David and Michelle, have you come here freely without reservation to join together lawfully in marriage? If so, say, I have.
I have.
Before God and family and friends, ask you to affirm your vows to each other as you enter into this covenant of marriage and begin to share all the joys of this new relationship, whatever the future may hold. David, do you take Michelle to be your wedded wife, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, for better or worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to her, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Michelle, do you take David to be your wedded husband, to live together in marriage? You promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, for better or for worse, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to him, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
May I have the rings? These rings are an outward and visible sign of an invisible truth which binds two hearts in one. As such, they're the symbols of the enduring and unending quality of the love which is now expressed between David and Michelle. David, repeat after me. Michelle,
Michelle,
this ring I give you
this ring I give you
is my personal gift,
is my personal gift,
my personal promise
my personal promise
of love, trust, and pride
of love, trust, and pride
that you are my wife.
that you are my wife.
She might have to do it the rest of the way. It's surprisingly hard to do that. Michelle, repeat after me. David,
David,
this ring I give you
this ring I give you
is my personal gift,
is my personal gift,
my personal promise
my personal promise
of love, trust, and pride
of love, trust, and pride
that you are my husband.
that you are my husband.
To each other's hands, look lovingly into each other's eyes. These are the hands of your best friend, full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day. As you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless time wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. David and Michelle, today you join your separate lives together. These separate bottles of sand symbolize your separate lives, separate families, separate sets of friends. These bottles represent all that you are and all that you'll ever be as an individual. They also represent your lives before today. As you take these containers of sand and pour them into the main container, the individual containers of sand will no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. Just as these grains of sand can never be separated and poured again into the individual containers, so will your marriage be. Please join me for a prayer of blessing over their marriage. God in heaven, you ordained marriage for your children. You gave us love. We present you David and Michelle, have come this day to be married. May the covenant of love they made be blessed with truth, devotion, and spiritual commitment. Thank you for giving them strength and courage to keep their vows. Thank you for helping them to create for their family a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. When selfishness shows itself, grant generosity. When mistrust is a temptation, give moral strength. When there's misunderstanding, give patience and gentleness. When suffering becomes a part of their lives, give them a strong faith and abiding love. Amen. David and Michelle, in the future, happy occasions will come as surely as the morning, difficult times as surely as the night. To say the words love and compassion is easy, but to accept that love and compassion are built upon patience and perseverance is not easy. David and Michelle, inasmuch as you've declared your willingness to enter the state of marriage with each other, declare the same in the company of God and these witnesses. By the virtue of authority vested in me as ordained minister and by the state of Florida, I pronounce you husband and wife, united in the pure and holy bonds of wedlock. For God has joined, let no one separate. Go forth in this life as husband and wife with the blessing of God. Be loving, patient, and kind, and above all, forgive one another as God has forgiven you. It's my pleasure to introduce to you all for the first time David and Michelle as husband and wife. David, may kiss your bride. flowers at your belly button. Okay. Let's get a couple pictures here.